Hello, hello. Anneli from Sweden is back with a new journal. So I have taken two pieces from a file folder and then the piece that holding the file folder together, and I'm going to use that as a spine. It's double, so it's a bit thicker. So we're going to put this together, and I have just taken a piece of cotton from an old bed linen to kind of hold it together. Then we are going to put other things on top of that, so it's mostly for keeping it in place and hold it together while we are working on it. So let's just glue this down and we can start our next journal. So I hope you have a nice week. It's Wednesday today, and I have 2 more days at work, and then I'm going on my summer vacation. The first 2 weeks at least. Then I'm going to work 3 weeks, and then I have 4 more weeks vacation. So it feels nice to know that it's soon will be some free time to play as much as I want. So I'm just gluing this down where I think it can be nice to have it in somewhere in the middle. Squeezing it down properly. This will be a spine where I sew right through, so I'm not going to do any hidden spines on this. I want this to be a loose and fun and summery journal. Playful, maybe it's the right name. It looks like a little bit crooked, so I think I need to... I cut both at the same time, and that's never good. I can't hold them, so then I'm leaving a little gap so that we can move this as we want without getting stuck into the spine. I'm going to sew this on my sewing machine also, so I'm sure that every piece of the textile is stuck. You can sew it by hand and do some embroidery if you would like to. That works totally well too. I'm going to do some embroidery and things later, but for now this is just to get started and make sure everything is in place where I want it. Then I'm just going to cut around this. Just cutting as near as I can without cutting into the cardboard. So I'm not leaving anything. So the base is done. This is how it's going to look, and I want this soft spine so we can squeeze it a bit and feel it in our hands as something nice that we can play with. Did it a little smaller than A5. So then I'm going to put down the spine, as I want that also to be sewn onto the textile. And I'm going to put it on a bit bigger than the spine because I want to cover the edges of the spine with the things that are going to be on the front and the back. So I'm going to take, it's easier if I do like this so you can see the spine properly. So you can see that it's a lot of textile, so I'm going to take this piece off that is folded. I hope I can rip it. Didn't go too well. And I want a little bit of this yellow tone to be seen. This is probably not sewn straight with the threads, so it's a little bit bigger on one side than the other, but it doesn't matter. We are going to cover it anyway, so. So let's put it down. Doing like this so I can see the spine properly when I'm gluing, so I don't put it on the wrong place. So I'm starting by putting glue onto the spine. I'm using my bookbinding glue, so I'm sure that everything will be where I want it. And then let's put this down. Checking so I have those pieces I want on the spine. Taking the excess off. And now we can glue the rest down. I'm putting glue almost so it's outside the textile, so then that way the thread won't move and rip off when they get glued all the way out to the edge. That I have the spine done on one side. So then I think I will just put a piece of textile on the inside of the spine, so that will be covered too. We will be sewing on this piece, so it don't need to be decorated in any way, so I think that we maybe just take a white one, or maybe a eco-dyed piece. Could be fun. And I'm doing the same on this one. I glue it a little bit over the folding, so I'm sure that it will keep it in place. And then when I put something on the inside of the cover, it will go over this edge and we will not see where these are ending. So again, I'm gluing first the spine itself. In case I need to move it a little bit. brushing it out. Doesn't hurt to do it properly. Making sure that I put it so we have textile on the outside of the spine. And then we can glue these pieces down. And same again, I'm making sure that I get glue outside the edge so this thread will not keep coming out. Like that. Strong, as we have textile on both sides and a double cardboard in the middle. So I will leave this to dry and then sew it on my sewing machine. Then we need to decide what kind of journal we want and think about what we want to have on the inside and on the outside of the cover. We don't actually need to decide it right now. We can start making some ephemera and think about what kind of pages we want. A little bit more glue to make sure that this is stuck down properly. So we have a start, and I think I'm going to like this as it's a bit soft and you can keep it nicely in your hand. A size that is big enough to play in but small enough to put in your purse when you're going out to play in the forest, so that you can put something in and still have room for writing. I'm going to leave this now so I don't move the textile, so I need to glue it again. Leave it in peace for a little while. So let's take an early night and then I will sew this and we can continue tomorrow and see what we want to do. And you also have a bit of time to catch up if you are following me to make your own flower journal. So thank you so much for keeping me company this will be fun. And we will also try the new watercolor when it has dried until tomorrow. And maybe paint some fun flowers with it. So that was it for tonight. See you again tomorrow, and bye bye from Sweden.